as the Jack of a Star. My apologies for anybody who's been waiting for more regular updates to my soon-to-be award-winning debrief content, 5 Minutes with Jackstar, which you're listening to now. Unless you're listening to it live, in which case this isn't my soon-to-be award-winning debrief content. This is me talking into my phone while I piss by the side of the road. Okay. Rather different from content. It's surveillance feed, which may or may not become content in the future under a series of interwoven coincidences and labels that I'm going to refer to as complicated. It's complicated. I don't mind y'all listening. Hi guys. Hi everybody. I don't mind you listening. And then it's reasonable that most of you don't listen to my publications on YouTube, the official audio-video streaming partner of the Magic and Broadcasting Content Delivery Network that only streams audio with a strange video animation courtesy of audioship.io. I don't really need to use YouTube at all, but I do. And then I don't need to use audioship.io at all, but I do. It's just easier. Sometimes I stream my face on YouTube, so you know what I look like, in case you've forgotten or never heard of me or thought that Michael Kuczi was somebody else. Then you can see my face, although you don't really see my face if my content partner, YouTube, decides to replace me with a simulacrum or a duplicate or what the fuck ever it does. Like, I have no idea. So, as I was saying, I like doing this. I really like talking out loud and saying goofy things that don't get me murdered yet, right? And then I don't mind educating and entertaining people safely, and then I don't mind not delivering the goods to people who may well have thought that their time spent listening to my not soon enough award-winning debrief content, 5 Minutes with Jackstar. I had one person. This is the kind of engagement I get. He walks in the door, he's all pissed off, and he says that my content is shit and that it's a waste of time. And I think something else about something similar to getting a job is what I should be doing. And then he retreated to his room that he was squatting in, and then didn't seem very happy about what he had heard. And wisely, I didn't ask him, what's wrong with it? Since he didn't appear to be in the mood for discussion. I think he said everything he meant to say when he said that my content was shit and a waste of time, and I say nothing. I don't know how many people are aware of that, but it's not supposed to say anything. It's not supposed to contain hidden messages. It's not supposed to get the word out. It's not supposed to do an end run around censorship. The fact that it does that is not intentional. That's just inevitable. For example, if my current status, living or dead, is supposed to be a matter of national security, let's just say that it was. Let's just say that it was important that people think I was dead, and then it's difficult to claim that I'm dead if I'm on YouTube fucking chatting away. That'd be an example of a little too much chitty chatty, right? Which I don't really see a problem with people knowing that I'm alive, since I'm alive. But I could see that there would be those who would find it more convenient if I were dead, or at least not running my yap whenever I damn well feel like it, instead of on a rotating schedule controlled by forces that could therefore then make sure that the guy who's in charge of making sure things don't go out too far knows when he can safely do whatever he's doing on the side. Because as you know, all government employees that are in charge of keeping secrets safe, they all have a lucrative side hustle of, I don't know what, but obviously they do something. Like, why shouldn't they? I mean, as long as they're not committing treason and starting a war. That's why they got that Logan Act. As long as they're not doing anything bad, they should be able to make money on the side, since I don't know how much it pays to be a officer in the military who has a lot of responsibilities and promised everybody before he really knew what he was saying that, okay, I can handle Jack. I can keep her under control. I don't know who might have said that. I wouldn't want to speculate, because that would be impolite and a little bit too much teasing. I don't want anybody to feel too bad, especially not the guy who seems to think that monitoring my everything is his duty in life. It is, but that doesn't mean that I have to go along with it, or that he has to actually succeed at it. I don't know why he would have volunteered for such a role, other than no one else probably wanted to do it. And then people probably thought that I would be something a young lad could handle. How difficult could an old man be to keep under control? I don't know. It doesn't look like it's ever worked, although the approximation of control is probably good enough for a while, especially since I'm in control according to protocol, just not in accordance with side hustles, which may or may not have anything to do with the military.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
Jack Austin, astronaut. Exposed to inappropriate levels of solar energy.
Sunlight makes him the world's smartest man.
I know everything! I want that brain taken out.
Heat Vision, the motorcycle with the mind of Jack's unemployed roommate. Together they run for their lives, blocked at every turn by adventure.
Move up, don't mess around. Move up, you bring me down. Move up, I forget about, don't make a sound. Just move out.
Now let's just power for real.
For example, there's this person who I haven't seen in a long time. Last time I saw the person, they gave me a potato chip and then flounced away. I've not seen the person since. I don't need to see the person. I don't really want to see the person, although at this point it seems a little odd that I've met a dog with the same name, a puppy rather, and then I've never heard anything more about what actually happened. I've been reduced to sheer speculation and dangerously spicy innuendo. Since at this point it seems like it's long enough that if it wasn't hazardous to the country as well as life and limb, it seems like the person could call me up and say, "Hey, what's up? Here's how that went." Since I didn't really need to know how it was going to go, but I didn't think it was going to be a thing. It's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. Algonquin white slavery is not a pleasant cultural tradition, but it is a cultural tradition, and I like it. I actually like it. It's a real strong way of keeping a person on their toes, and I'm routinely reminded of the Pink Panther movies with is that Peter Sellers? No, well, whatever. It's been a long time since I've seen him. The deal is Inspector Clouseau. He comes home and he's attacked by Cato, and Cato is his manservant that he's hired to try and kill him, and that way he's always being tested in his skills to stay alive, and it's pretty funny. Like, how does he forget that he hired a guy to try and kill him? He comes home looking to relax, and then all of a sudden, this guy's trying to kill him, and it's funny. I can see why the movies were made at this point. I kind of didn't understand what the deal was, and now I still don't entirely, since it's French. But now that I've experienced more about what it's like when actual people try to actually kill you, and it just bounces harmlessly. It's much funnier now, since I'm surrounded by people that are literally trying to kill me. Literally. They don't make it obvious. Most of them are clever enough to know that they're not going to kill me, but nevertheless, they are still bound by covenant treaty law and some sort of geas that they have to try and kill me. Those are the rules. I don't keep this going because it's funny, although it is funny. And I didn't know that this condition was going to ever develop. I didn't know I didn't know this much fun was possible in life. My dad never told me about that either. But now that I see it happening right in front of my eyes, fuck, it's the coolest fucking thing. They probably, I hope that they cannot possibly break the conditioning that makes them all desperately willing to kill me. Since for one thing, I guess I come back stronger than they can possibly imagine. Like Obi-Wan, I guess. And if I don't come back, cool. I could finally relax. And it doesn't look like anybody's will relax now, which is fine, since all of them are bound by some sort of psychological control conditioning to, number one, try and kill me. Number two, pretend that I don't know. Number three, pretend that they're not doing that. Number four, provide an endless amount of small talk to cover up what they're really thinking and feeling, which is probably some variation on the idea of screaming in my face, "Why won't you just die?" Which, I mean, I haven't answered that question, so I don't think they're going to break down and actually start screeching and carry on and doing everything short of crashing with their own eyes. It's getting to that point, though. I mean, it's not like the woman, "Hi, sweetie, I love you." It's not like the woman was going to cloud her eyes because she was weak or because that was a special thing. No, that's just what happens to a person when they just fucking can't look at what disgusts them and horrifies them any longer, which in most people's case is probably not going to be much longer than an hour and a half. It's a perfectly natural response to endless shrieking torment and stabbing headaches. I don't know how it feels at all, but it was described to me by a psychologist. The CPTSD thing. I don't want to call it meltdown because it seems a little rude. "Hi, sweetie, are you okay?" Okay, she says she's fine. She doesn't say that, but I'm gonna assume that she's doing better than the people who are suffering migraine headaches for reasons which I'm sure have nothing to do with psychic kinetic shielding. I don't think that's what happened. I think it's more like a punishment that certain individuals are having to endure for having, at one point, figured that it was easier to just make up some bullshit story rather than tell me the truth. And the truth is, yeah, they want me out of here. They want me to go on. Fuck, you know what? I want me out of here too. I want a lot of things. But most importantly, I want a functional government, and I have one of those. I'm not sure exactly what role I played in maintaining civil order and a failure to send the world into a conflagration of global anarchy, but certainly a little bit, considering all the stuff that's happened here at the Michael Kuczi Special Needs Trust that has involved no small amount of people casting spells at me trying to kill me, which I didn't know. I didn't know shit. I didn't know that could happen. I found out long before I got here. Sweetie would throw death curses at me once she found out I was immune to them, and sometimes I would see them splash harmlessly against my psychic kinetic shielding and then fall to the floor. At that time, I didn't have reflective components, and then I didn't really know that's what was happening. I wasn't aware that she had a big sister personality that was really upset with me, since she was pretty tired of me being around after a while, since I wasn't supposed to hang around too long. Like, you know, when your kids bring home a puppy, say, "Mommy, this puppy followed me home. Can we keep the puppy?" I don't maybe not all of you have this experience, but if it were me, I would probably, I don't know, something other than cast a death curse with a delayed component so that the puppy would die within 2 weeks, no matter what the child did, and thereby teach the child the futility of trying to bring home strays. Some people would, though. Some people handle that kind of thing. Death as a teaching method. And some people handle forced sexual congress as a teaching tool. I don't necessarily know who does that, but I'm sure that there are some. I don't want to label anybody as such because, frankly, people who are secretly just waiting for a chance to rape somebody and to educate them. For one thing, I don't really want to remind anybody that that's the case, but I am a mother and I always will be. Somebody has to do that. I'm not upset about it, but I can see how people might think that I'm horrified or traumatized or coping or making shit up. No, I'm a mother. I had life come alive inside my body, which is not something I thought it could do or could happen. Nobody asked me. And long story short, well, I like being a mother. So consequently, people who are planning to secretly rape somebody into anything, you know, I've learned to withhold my judgment. Whereas before I would probably not be so willing to withhold. And in fact, I'd probably be thinking, "Ew, why are you talking about that? Ew, gross. How dare you bring up that subject? This is the dinner table. How dare you talk about forced sexual congress?" Well, whatever. That's kind of exaggeration. People don't usually pull any punches when they're tired of hearing about rape. No. They tell people to shut up. Yeah, I wonder if that works in real world. I don't really want to bring it up too often, but since it is something that did happen, and then I don't really worry about it so much since, well, I don't think it's going to happen again, but if it did, at least I know what to do instead of wandering around my house alone, trying to use the phone, not knowing why. I'm suddenly being educated about the difference between pregnancy and curated with scion. It's different from being pregnant. Very different. And choosing to be a mother is different from being thrust into it because of an odd little tradition that I'm going to call one of the fringe benefits of Algonquin white slavery. I don't really mind. I knew it was going to be one hell of a thing, but I didn't know it was going to actually happen, or that, wow, they're pretty serious about it, huh? And that it just makes me more appreciative and more loving towards them, since I don't understand too much about how it goes wrong for people. But in my case, it hasn't gone wrong. I don't begrudge anybody for their participation in their plot and scheme to turn me into a mother. I don't strictly know for sure that was done on purpose. I think it was more a hoped-for outcome that happened, thankfully. And I don't know if I need to be congratulated. Yeah, I don't know if anybody needs to come up to me and say, "Oh, we're so appreciative of what you did by becoming a mother and not being a dick about it." For example, I'm not reporting a rape. I'm not going to the police and saying, "Oh my God, I was raped into motherhood. Find my baby." No, no. Nor am I at all upset or surprised that people don't really care to hear about how, instead of being consumed by whatever, or by failing to have the afterbirth taken care of properly, both things could kill you dead. Instead, I'm proud. I am proud that I have navigated this obstacle that I don't think happens in most people's lives. I don't think most people have to deal with the consequences of being gravid with scion, with a 70,000-year-old royal changeling, which are numerous and varied and will be with me for the rest of my life. And I don't mind. I think it's fantastic for me. So I would say that's an example of a happy outcome. For example, if I didn't enjoy being a mother, or if my scion was continuing to hunt me so it could eat my liver, or if I felt betrayed by somebody who had raped me into being gravid, not with scion, but with dragon eggs. If I was resentful about that, or had reported it to anybody, I'd feel bad, but instead I feel pretty good, since instead of getting all pissy about it, I've just been telling stories. Honestly, it's just a creative writing project. I mean, it's not like I'm claiming I'm Alex Jones and it's all real, right? No, I'm Michael Kuczi. It's real. I'm a mother. Always will be. I love it. I love it. It's like all the benefits of being a woman that nobody really knows about unless you're a woman, except I'm a man and I'm not a bitch. And I didn't have to do anything that humiliated me. I wasn't even awake for part of it. And then the parts that did humiliate me, now I understand that they're completely worthwhile. There could be no other way, in fact. And that car didn't run me over. Cool. And sometimes people get run over by cars. Sometimes. I don't have any concerns about that. And I don't have any concerns about telling people, "Hi, I'm a mother. I always will be." I know it sounds weird. But it doesn't seem like it's something that I need to be hiding, since plenty of people know. They have it on video. Not that I've seen it, but I'm sure that it's on video. That was kind of the point of leaving me alone in the house that's under surveillance, and then not telling me about this, that, and the other thing, and then hoping against hope that the dragon eggs inside my rectum would hatch into a whatever usually happens. Usually there's a big lizard thing bursts out and consumes the corpse, and then the lizard can turn into an approximation of the person that they just consumed. That's Alpha Draconian drone hierarchy, that's a compelling recruitment tool. I don't know who's had that happen to them, but I don't need to. I don't care to know who pisses off the Alpha Draconian hierarchy so badly that they get the fuck. It's not the Etchemima treatment. I don't know what the fuck it's called. But I had heard that it happens, and then it didn't happen to me. I had something else happen, and rather than having mindless drone consume my corpse and then run around the world as a member of whatever the fuck the hierarchical phalanx of Alfred Tacona's shoulders is. Instead, I'm on good terms with my scion. And she was in my body talking to me, which was either blue beam or voice to skull, or really happened, or a remarkably detailed hallucination, or I guess we gotta take the possibility into account that it was Jesus playing a trick on me. I don't think that last one. I don't think Jesus can come into your body and then pretend to be a scion and then negotiate with you telepathically while you stare into the mirror and look at the tail playing with your uvula. I could see in the mirror, but I don't think the cameras, wherever the fuck they were, or however the surveillance was, I don't think they could see. And besides, they weren't looking for like hints of me having a changeling inside me. They were looking for me to shit out a worm or puke up a Odo. That's what they were hoping for. And instead, we agreed, my scion and I, Gavelina. I don't know if you've met her, but certainly you've heard about it. We agreed that we didn't want to be exploited. So she hung out in my body like a kangaroo joey in a marsupial pouch, except instead of a marsupial pouch, it was a duomnium, which is the duodenum, but with the womb. So it's a duomnium. Since I'm a man, I'm not a woman. And then she didn't really want to hang out in my anus or my rectum or my lower colon. I didn't blame her. That didn't sound like a fun place to be. So she moved to the duodenum and then became occupant of my duomnium for about 3 weeks before she took off. That was cool. I don't know how many of you have had a 70,000-year-old royal changeling in your body, but it changes you. Well, it changes me. I'm sure it would change anybody. They'd either get a new prescription, or they would think they were insane, or they would be, I don't know. I'm pretty new to the notion that this kind of shit can happen. And as well, I'm kind of new to the notion that it needed to happen to me. But whether it was planned or not, it certainly fucking happened, which meant God needed it to happen to me. Thanks. I think it's one of the nicest things anybody's ever done. I don't know how many people it took consciously to be cooperating together to make this happen, but at least two. And rather than being horrified at having been raped, I'm delighted. I'm happy about it. And I'm not a one to notice, or not a one to fail to notice, wow, that's pretty ironic, don't you think? Huh. Wow, that's not the outcome I was expecting. But I was expecting that I would keep on talking about it since it happened. And then if it didn't happen, well, I guess I'm dangerously insane and I should be talked to by a psychologist or given a lobotomy. None of that has happened. Instead, I've kept it to a dull roar. I've spoken about it on my Google Pixel phones and published some excerpts of my tale to YouTube, but I don't go around town saying, let me tell you about how I'm a mother. That doesn't sound like a good time. And I don't try too hard to avoid mentioning it in casual conversation, but some people don't seem to be real pleased about the whole notion. That is unfortunate. I don't take any pleasure in their discomfort. But if they don't want it to be true, that's too fucking bad. And if they'd rather I not talk about it so they can pretend it didn't happen, that's doubly too fucking bad. Maybe we could come to some sort of agreement about what gets talked about and what doesn't. But just as I was not given a choice to know that could happen and then to consent to the possibility of becoming a mother. See, it's not really a guaranteed thing. A number of things have to line up. You got to get the royal jelly, and you got to have a celestial willing to incarnate, and then. I think it's kind of like breeding a rare Pokemon. And naturally, the consent and the decree of the divine Lord God High Almighty has to happen. And then, bing! Oh, cool! Look, it's another level 10 changeling. I guess they're pretty rare. Yeah. It's not too much of a made up story. I mean, it's the best model I have to describe my experience. And if I'm off in some sort of key critical detail, well, instead of shrieking at me to stop talking about rape, maybe they could talk to me about what they know, and then it would be simpler. But I guess people don't do that. I guess they're just waiting for the clip.
When I'm on a mission, I rebuke my condition. If you're a strong female, you don't need permission.
It was a perfect illusion. It was a perfect illusion. Mistaken for love. Mistaken for love. Mistaken for love. I'm over the show, yeah. At least now I know it wasn't love. It wasn't love. It was a perfect illusion. Keeping my faith, it wasn't love. It wasn't love. It was a perfect illusion. Out on the street, I'm in love. Out on the street, you were a perfect illusion. Out on the street, I'm in love. Out on the street, it was a perfect illusion. If you weren't love, if you weren't love, if you weren't perfect illusion. If you weren't love, if you weren't love, if you weren't perfect illusion. If you weren't love, if you weren't love, if you weren't perfect illusion. If you weren't love, if you weren't love, if you weren't perfect
Is this seriously a griefing technique? That's cool. That's cool. Hey, Kirsten, let me explain. I can't get calls because I'm being held incommunicado and I'm being held prisoner. Like if I was in an actual ivory tower being hung upside down and whipped, how would you know other than your tiny cobwebby heart would be just beating with passion? Seriously, phone rings. I answer it. I don't get to talk to anybody. I talk to a robot, and you were the person at the hearing for the benefits that got delayed till May 19th. Now, would you like to talk about that? Would you like to talk about that, or should I tell the media? Well, I won't. I don't want to have another Opus Dei assassin dispatched. But with your bald face hanging out, Kirsten, well, you lied to me and you stole a black enchanted sapphire and you ran off, and then 20 years later you're still running game on me and you're showing up working for DSHS at the hearing. Did you think I didn't recognize you, or is it somebody else who tries to sound like you? No, I'm pretty sure it's you trying to sound like somebody else, and then since I did have my dick in you and you stole an enchanted black sapphire, well, I just don't mind talking about it openly. I don't mind that at all. Do you mind talking about it openly? Because I think you do, because I think either you or somebody else is labor trafficking me and making phone calls to somebody who sounds like me, and then you're running through your little scripts with your little drama community, talking to your husband and your wife and your other wife and your spouse and your daughter and all these people that I know all the damn names of. Hi, I'm not going to say their names. I don't know their new names. But it's obviously happening. Obviously happening. Did you want me to break that down for you? Should I hire a lawyer and then have an injunction filed? No. I'm just going to embarrass you in public, lady. 20 years, you got an enchanted black sapphire. Did you sell it? Oh, incidentally, do you know I'm living on top of a hill of gold mining tailings? Well, I guess you do know, yeah. It would make sense that you would know about it. I don't really mind that there are people who are digging up visibly laden with gold veins of quartz rock that are being put into pieces of luggage and then carried down to the road and hauled off in order to pay some sort of underworld debt, I think. Like, do you know that's happening, or did you want that to happen and then you're stealing from the Michael Kuczi Special Needs Trust? You're actually not. You'd be stealing from Mr. Weyerhaeuser or from the Department of the Interior. I'm not sure what you've been doing, but let me explain. You haven't been doing it too much, or not enough, or just right. You've just simply been apparently oblivious to the entire arrangement while acting like you're a participant at a hearing where I'm supposed to be explaining why I deserve food benefits. I don't deserve food benefits. I deserve to eat your liver. Let me explain. Hi. It's okay to make jokes and make comments and not be serious and be fooling around. What's not okay is when people suddenly are serious and then try to kill me. steal my money, give my benefits to somebody else, and then send people over and over and over in disguise with high technology, sociological, psychotronic weaponry to murder me and my friend, and rip off the American, I'm going to say treasury, for $86 billion, considering that's what this house is worth. It's a CIA black site that I'm not supposed to be still living at, but I fucking am. It's got my name on it. $86 billion. Hey, can I leverage that? Can I launch a Bitcoin with this money here? Oh wait, somebody else did that? Oh, is me being here being a problem? Oh, I'm sorry. Well, why don't you just kill me instead of telling me? Like, it's not really bad that you want me to be gone. Hell, I want to be gone too. But it's kind of bad that instead of telling me what you're doing, you just committed fraud. And then you're the person participating in the hearing for my benefits that you stole. Hi, Kirsten. Hi, it's fraud. It's kind of fun fraud, but still fraud. So some guy, is that Dennis? Hi, Dennis. Dennis, the reason why I'm just doom scrolling and looking like somebody that you can't imagine the thought of associating with you. The reason why is because I'm mocking you. Rather than mocking the Christ, like some people do, I'm mocking DARPA and Raytheon and your security clearances and every decision you've made in your entire life. And as well, I'm mocking your decision to yell at me on your front lawn like I were your child. Did you adopt me? I'd like to point out that if you adopted me and didn't tell me, and then you hacked my phone so that all my phone calls go over to somebody else, and then you answer them, and then you've got a parallel universe where Michael Van Diemen pretends to be Michael Kuczi, and then he's your child, and I'm your child, and then you've got all these things going on. That would make sense that one batshit crazy lunatic super genius like you could do all that and not tell me, and then nobody would be able to tell. It makes sense that it would be Kirsten. It makes sense that it would be her. It would make sense to be him. It would make sense that Weirdo would have bricked my phone after talking to me, and it makes sense that all of you have no idea what you're doing. Because number one, none of that's going to happen. Number two, yeah, you pissed me off this good. You pissed me off this much. I think it's funny. And then number three, no, I don't have to sit around doom scrolling. I don't have to have a room that's empty and dirty. It's done to keep gold diggers away. Otherwise, women would come here and think that I was normal, and then they'd have sex with me. Because normally a person would have sex with me. I'm rich. Except I'm not rich. Michael Van Diemen is rich. And then I'm your adopted son. Unable to receive audio. You know, it's funny how this works. The phone gets hacked and hacked and hacked. Do I need to go to the FBI? Do I need to call Mossad on their helpline? Do I need to go to the house and stab you in the liver and then take your daughter as noblesse oblige? No. I don't need to do anything. What I need to do is whatever I say I need to do. That's where we're at. You don't have any power over me. I can see why your daughter's feeling awkward. And then I can see why she has no idea that you keep on asking for money. I can see why you think this is a good idea because, oh my God, you're married to Kirsten? That's awkward. She was pretending to be your mother? Oh my God. Is that really your mother? No, she's Kirsten. Oh my God. Is this really incredibly awkward and strange and embarrassing? Yeah, especially for her, the woman who apparently was raped by somebody who used my voice to mislead her somewhere. And then when I asked you if there's anything you needed to know, somehow Dennis and Marcia didn't tell me, oh, by the way, we don't really know whether or not you've been raping her. Of course you fucking knew. I never did. Someone else did. Probably not Michael Van Diemen, because that would be too obvious, but let's put it this way. I didn't really want to air this out in the middle of everywhere, but I'm doing it. Do you know why? Number one, I can. Number two, you keep stealing my stuff. Number three, you keep stealing my stuff. Number four, you adopted me. Number five, why can't I use the phone? And number six, how do you brick phones? That's pretty cool. Is it magic or is it something else? Well, it doesn't really matter. But at the moment, it's too late to go anywhere, so I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm also probably going to go get something to drink, and then I'm going to spend my money that I earned on alcohol and cigarettes. Probably not heroin. We'll see. Stretch goal. Not really. I'm probably not going to get heroin because I don't have any reason to use heroin. I am happy as a fucking clown. And the next time you think you're going to run game on little Michael Kuczi, don't run game on anybody. Is it a Jew thing, or is it just that you finally met your match? I don't know, but I think this is an outlier condition. 20 years ago, somebody stole an enchanted black sapphire. They still have it. They're still running game, and they're still obsessed with something, and it's turned into a global conflagration. This is simpler than just saying that you're sorry. This is easier than giving me a job. This is more fun for you than admitting that you were wrong. Not for me. I'd rather have my money. I'd rather not be harassed by Opus Dei assassins and have to be protected by a Templar Knight, although that is cool. And I'd rather not have my lighter stolen and then made to not work through sabotage. I paid fucking $9 for this fucking thing. You just take it to somebody else's house, and I have to ask everybody, and then it comes back, and then it doesn't work. Ha ha ha. And then you give me $40 in fake currency. This doesn't tell me that you want me to stop smoking. What this tells me is that you have no sense of shame, and you can't tell me directly what you want. Because obviously you want something. And if it's that you want me to stop something that I'm doing, I don't know what that is, so you'll have to tell me. And if you think that I'm going to figure out what it is, you're right, I am going to figure it out. And if you think I'm going to obey, I'm not, bitch. No, I'm not going to obey your stupid little passive-aggressive orders. I'm going to do the exact opposite of what you want me to do. And then I guess you're going to think I'm stupid. No, you're actually just unable to stop yourself from abusing the goyim when the goyim fight back. And that's how you see me, as a goyim. I'm not stupid. I know what you want me to do. You're stupid. You think you're in a position to tell me things. Because if you were in a position to tell me things, you would do it differently. And if you are in a position to tell me things, and this is the way you choose to do it, that's pretty much guaranteed to get the opposite effect. And you should know that. I don't have to make this big fuss. I don't have to make all these messages. I don't have to say over and over and over, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. I have rock bands for that. What I do have to do is explain to you, I don't think you understand. I'll stop when I feel like it. When I feel like it. And when I'm ordered to by command authority. That's not you. You don't have command authority. And when command authority shows up, or calls, or anything, and says, okay, you've learned enough. When that happens, well, then it'll be a different ballgame. And also, if somebody tells me that command authority is dead, that woman, if she's dead, then I guess you should tell me. And if she's somewhere else working and she hates me because, I don't know, maybe you didn't tell her that she's command authority. If she doesn't know what's going on and she's not aware that I haven't talked to her in 4.5 years and I expect to, well, fucking make some fucking phone calls that don't bounce off your fucking firewall. I'm not real thrilled about not getting to talk to that person ever again. But if I never get to talk to her ever again, she'll probably tell me that, since I'm not expecting her to talk to her. Nor am I expecting to be pushed around by a bunch of Uber Jews and spookheads who think they're going to take my money, take my life, take everything, and just push me around and never tell me what to do. Do you actually do that to everybody? Does it work on other people? Because it's not working on me. And if you think I care that life is fairly uncomfortable and I'm not getting laid, you're right, I do care. But I care more about freedom. I care more about my civil rights and due process. And I really care about that enchanted black sapphire that's been stolen for 20 years, that somehow it's okay for you to break laws, but not for me to break laws. Somehow we don't look too closely at what you're all doing in your gang, and then I'm one person alone and you look real closely at me while you run game on me. Is that what you do over and over and over and over for years? This might just be a war crime. But it's a funny one. So I haven't written a letter to The Hague. I don't want to give there any possible chance of having you caught on camera drinking a vial of cyanide. Instead, I'm just going to do what I've been doing for quite some time. Openly mocking you to your face without being at all obvious about how much fun it is. And how you're probably just not capable of acknowledging the goyim laughing at you. Yeah. Tell you what, we should probably negotiate something. If you really need me to stop something, I don't know what it is. I literally don't know what you need me to stop doing. Do you want me to stop mocking you? No. Kirsten, Dennis, I've been mocking you for some time. Ha ha ha. That's not going to stop. And then if you need me to stop using this lighter, well, yeah, you sabotaged it after stealing it. And then if you need me to stop buying things, I don't know. I don't have much money left. But every dime I've got goes to the United Negro Buy Me a Beer and a Bag of Gack Fund. It's like the United Negro Codge Fund, but it's different. It's beer and gack. And now I'm going to go buy some more beer and gack. And do you know why? Because it's the best way I know how to get a beer. And as well, you apparently don't want me to. Yeah, I know. And then somebody else wanted me to go buy them drugs and then have sex with them. Okay, well, that person showed up at my house on drugs and didn't give me any and never told me what drugs they were. So it's pretty much their turn. And while I'm sympathetic to their desire to actually do that, these things have to be done appropriately and above board, and not on a phone that's compromised and getting fucking 5 spook calls a day being handled by robots while one Michelle is over here and another Michelle's over here, and then you're interfering with a DSHS investigation. Like, it's kind of rude, dude. It's really rude. It takes my mind off of sex. It takes my mind off of hugs. I don't hardly want a hug. As soon as I heard your, what do you call it? Dennis, what do you call Kirsten? You don't call her whore, do you? Oh, really? You too? We should start a little club. When I found that whore on the phone with the judge, the administrative judge who was conducting the hearing. Oh, wow, that's Kirsten. Yeah, because she's my friend and wants to help? No, she doesn't want to help. She wants to kill me. She wants to take everything I have and then put me in a hole and bury me. Because if she wanted me to live and survive and thrive, she wouldn't have stolen a magic map. She wouldn't have stolen an enchanted black sapphire. She wouldn't have. She would have called me and she would have said something to me that wasn't stupid. She wouldn't act like I'm stupid. She wouldn't act like she's better than me. And then she wouldn't be so fucking dingbat dumb to do this for years and years and years over and over and over while I'm sitting on top of gold. I didn't know there was gold until it started to be stolen. Hey, Kirsten, did you want some gold? Do you want gold ever? Do you want the gold to be secret? Okay, well, it still is. And then if you don't want it to be secret, well, then I'm going to make it on blast with a beer in my hand and an entire pack of cigarettes in the other. Unless you can persuade me otherwise. Not with sex or drugs or bribery. It's not about those things. It's about power. Now, I expect my phone to ring, and I expect your husband, or whatever, I expect him to stop taking all my calls. I expect some assertion of actual authority. This is not appropriate. It's a severe abrogation of my civil rights, and it's insulting, and it's stupid, and it doesn't work. Unless your objective is to drive me into doing this, in which case, well, you have. Cool. Since I didn't do it for years, it's amazing how you've just decided to throw caution to the winds and then have me do it then. See, this is what I guess you thought I was doing the whole time, but I wasn't. And not only would a hair follicle test prove that, but so does everybody else that I've ever met. Which doesn't stop you from hiring a bunch of people. But it does seem like this is an awful lot of work for... Are you state.gov employees, or are you Raytheon contractors, or are you just Uber Jews from outer space, or what? And then how's that other woman who pulled a knife on me and asked about somebody's anus and my dick on Christmas Eve 4.5 years ago that nobody's bothered to investigate? How much of an issue is all of this? And how is me not having a beer and not setting things on fire, how does that affect anything? Please, be precise. Be upfront. Please tell me all about it. And if you can't tell me all about it, that makes sense, because if I had a lawyer, which I don't, they would probably tell me to shut up. But I don't have a lawyer. You probably have lawyers. You probably are lawyers. You probably know that it's best not to say anything, since you have the right to remain silent. Everything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. And while this isn't a court of law, I am Michael Clifford Kuczi. I know all kinds of shit. I don't need to testify. People know. You have not been nice, and you're continuing to not be nice, and you're jamming this whole situation up over and over and over, and you think you're doing it. Why? Because I'm a goyim. I guess you want to dominate me again. Yeah, well, I don't really care for that experience at all. And I'm going to do things in the future, starting right about now. There it is. The future is now. Oh, wait, no. The future is now. And in the future, I'm going to be making all sorts of comments and statements all over the place. Maybe not here. And in spite of having 20 years to do so, you have failed to give me any sort of indication what the truth actually is. But you have spent plenty of time pushing and prodding from behind the scenes, stealing things from me, committing land fraud, real estate fraud, carpet bagging in the United States, Department of the Treasury, Department of the Interior, or Mr. Weyerhaeuser, down to the road in luggage that I used to own at the night under cover of darkness, and then had a guy who looked like my dead cousin tell me that I needed to do something about my gold. It's not my gold. This is God's country. This is the land of the six rivers. Just because I'm living on top of the gold doesn't mean it's my gold. But I do keep an eye on it. And since you're obviously in this up to your eyeballs, both of you, and the whole system combined with my heart is kind of on the tipping point. You might want to not make things worse, you rowdy, light-fingered whore. That, of course, was directed to Dennis. By the way, Dennis is grapefruit. Allison, I guess she's forced to pretend to be married to Kirsten and is in a body of a man with glasses and, well, actually, outside glasses. And then I guess she's the father to that woman who pretends to want to have sex with me. So that would make Grapefruit not want to watch me have sex with her fake daughter because she used to have sex with me, but now she's ensorcelled by Jews, which I guess is why you don't break the rules. See, I'm not breaking the rules. And then if I have to stop this because of any of those people, maybe they should tell me because that's funny. Dennis is Grapefruit is the person who told me to start doing it. So maybe they're not so upset about after all. Maybe I should just walk that through somebody at the FBI field office in Pocatello. No, that's headquarters. This is field office in Seattle. What do you all think I should do? Jazz hands. As God's my witness, I thought Jews understood. I'm not Dracula. He's a pussy. I'm not Hitler. Bigger pussy. I'm mean. This is just what one Hungarian can do. So that's probably why they killed 90 million of us. Or whatever still I did. Now, thanks for listening. Kirsten, I hope you like that sapphire because it was certainly worth all this trouble, wasn't it? And I don't know exactly what you have going on, but I do know my phone is compromised. It got bricked. I don't get calls. People call and then they don't talk to me. They talk to somebody else who's pretending to be me. And if you're in on that, you might want to stop being in on it because I notice that it happens and I don't really care for the feeling of being trafficked by you. And no, I can't really run up there and just have sex with somebody on drugs and have that be the solution to anybody's problem. I know that. So you're torturing that woman and the other woman, Kirsten, Dennis. This is the story. You're both torturing those people, including me, using your technological know-how and your vast stores of information, along with your superior position, to give all this stuff over to, well, I think he was here today. Is that Larry or is that Michael? And to what extent is Bo and Benji involved? I think there had to be a very significant investigation. It might not all be done internally. Actually, it's going to be done publicly. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Yeah, I'm the singing, dancing frog. When nobody else is looking, except maybe not now. I don't know. Stretch goal. We'll see. I don't really need to make this a big public humiliation thing, but I think I just did. Maybe. It's not as though everybody in the public sees my YouTube channel. It's not as though I can get access to my YouTube channel without the permission and the acquiescence of some Uber Jews. And it's amazing what they can do with those hacking tools these days. But since I am being protected by the federal government, somehow, maybe cooler heads will prevail and realize that this is some fucking bullshit. The fact that I have to make this kind of production to get your attention, to make you realize, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't treat him like dog shit because he's a goyim. Maybe we should treat him like a goyim. I guess this is how you treat goyim. Okay, well, this is how I treat you. Jiminy fucking Christmas.
I recorded that earlier. Now I'm eating dry top ramen. I'd rather be doing something else, but every time I've done something else, these people, whose names I will not repeat right now, these people have made my life a literal living hell. A literal living hell. For 20 years. 20 fucking years. Okay. So, was that because I was using drugs then? Or is it because I'm using drugs now? Or is it because I don't listen to you? Or is it because my father did something? How is it that you took me to the Grand Canyon and had me put my dick in you after things, and you never told me about my father? What is wrong with you? Oh, that's right, you're Jews. Okay. I'm not even that upset about it, all right? But I'd like to point out that it seems like all of you are upset that I'm not doing what you say. Do you know why I'm not doing what you say? because you're assholes and my friend wants to get high with me and have sex. That's not because she's fucked in the head. It's because she's done it with everybody else. Why not me? I'm actually good at it. She wants to find out. Is there some sort of problem? And if there is a problem with that, well, let's talk about that on an all-new Jerry Springer. Sounds good to me. This is the best way I can imagine spending my time. Did you want me to run down to the Kinko's and make a resume? I don't care. I don't care what any of you want. You've had your chance to persuade me to your way of thinking. Opera singer. Ah. Do that train? All right.
All aboard!
Chugga, 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 chugga. All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard the choo-choo train. All aboard, choo-choo. Choo-choo show with Genevieve. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Now everybody sing your ABC. ABC. Get on your feet and sing with me. Sing with me. Just shout it out as loud as you please. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P R S and T U V W X Y and Z. Now we sung our ABCs. Let's all start it again from the beginning. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
For changing the world. CPW back. He must have used that, Tim, so she must know something else. I don't know why she did that.
Who are you looking for?
But she said she was using back.
Here.
She said she was using tobacco. She said she was using tobacco. Yeah. Yep. So, man, how long ago? Something wrong? No. Came down. Okay. Yeah. That's the same thing. Okay. That's the, never seen like a bull before. You know, so it's kind of. This is over here.
Tim had my lighter. My lighter was at Tim. Laura, did you maybe accidentally leave my lighter at Tim?
No, Tim's a cook.
Well,
Driver.
so Tim came here and got my lighter and then left?
Oh, he's really good about that shit. Use it and then like.
Well, it certainly sends a message. All right.
I've really caught him doing that several times now.
Fuckomania is
And it's like he's
You might just about that lighter and everything.
Pretty sure I bought those.
These are yours? What files?
Well, I really don't own anything.
Oh, those are ours.
I thought they belonged.
That's what he said.
Did they come in a little bag? Well, it doesn't matter. Sure. I've seen lots of shit they gave us. I bought a set when I bought the seat.
Rob,
And then
I just realized, you know what?
Trap card. But I never actually used them.
Kind of pissed me off. You fucking remember that?
Yeah, well, I did have 2 pairs at one
Winching
time.
fun. We
really?
get all kinds
Yeah.
of firewood out
Mine
of fucking
was,
ditches.
yellow.
We'd be winching wood, right, and getting all kinds of firewood
Super
ourselves
long.
and selling wood. But now we don't have that winch to get that wood out.
Oh my God. You're selling
Who
wood?
has that winch?
You're selling wood?
I don't
Did he just say you're selling wood?
I'm selling wood and I'm selling little fucking little
But
fireballs.
that winch is fucking what we needed to get wood out of the ditch, you know?
Oh yeah, those.
Huh?
You spent a long time.
Yeah, because you helped me with it. How it would line up the line, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the back, right there. That fucker's gone.
You sold wood?
And my other gas jug is gone now, too.
Well, there's some gas jugs over there. Maybe those are yours.
No, but those weren't. That wasn't the gas jug.
I guess people are selective about their gas.
I like my gas can.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna run and go
That
get
winch,
something.
that winch is something we
Paid
can
$20
make
for
money
that
on.
damn thing. Only because I needed
Yeah,
it.
we need it because we could
Left
sit
the
right
other one at
over
home.
here. Oh,
I paid
got a bumper,
few $100 for this, and he got bricked.
battery back there.
Bricked. So I got another one.
Hold those fucking
Yeah, it doesn't turn on anymore.
different wood.
Bricked. Now it's no longer useful.
Yeah, I can't find my other one.
Yeah,
One of them that had a lot of information on
We
it.
gotta go in.
I had 14 cell phones. They just keep on disappearing. You guys aren't selling cell phones, are you?
I don't know if he has enough or not. He has enough or not. Yeah.
That's $20.
You get $20? Walking in, let's go. Benny Benny.
I got $40.
And what would you like with that $40?
Well, I think they're not real. I think they're,
Magic card.
I think they're fake.
Oh, don't say that.
I don't know if they're fake. I'm not real good at. I don't work for the United States Secret
I
Service.
got to feel it to know it.
Well, I'll get them for you.
I'm serious. You got me.
One of them's for either Lauren or Kyle was passing out $20 bills. He had a bunch of them, and then he said, "Here's one. What a savings!"
As long as it's got the 3 symbols or whatever it is on it.
Well, it looked like a very high quality fake that was probably used by agents to trip people up. I mean, it's not obviously bad. I've seen really obviously bad ones.
I've seen fake $100 bills. Well, I picked one in the casino once. Like, that was the fucking trap to pick it up. That's that. But. What? Alright. Hey, why do you want to look brown?
I was wondering. I was hoping that wasn't urine.
I gotta watch TV. I'm missing the news.
Where'd you come from? I didn't see you, and then all of a sudden, you were there.
Stupid.
Well, I meant walking up the road.
Yeah.
That's a cool habit you have to be stealthy. I'm sure. Right? No, I mean, but when you came out, and then I was down below, you just. It's almost like you teleported in. It's a cool discipline. I'll be right back. implanted the idea that this guy came last night and handed out fake 20s and gave me 2 of them. Told me to give one to somebody. So there, $40 in my head. I'm not sure if it's real money, but I'm going to try to purchase GAC because it's evidence, they say. Not really, but what the hell? Why not go through the motions?
Fucking pistol with him taking my go.
Look.
Looks real to me.
It looks real. It's supposed to.
Right on it.
Yeah, I bet you he assisted, because he assisted with taking my chainsaws. And remember I was telling you about that time we were at the casino? And there's 4 guys that stepped out of campus.
Yeah.
They had machete, and Darren was one of them.
Wow.
So, fucking,
Sounds like him.
me taking my chainsaw back.
Yeah.
It may not be the same chainsaw, but taking what he helped assist to get when I lost. I thought about going back and taking my SKS and lighting the fucking place up. You got
Really?
237 round clips. Really? Taped together.
Really?
And you fucking, when you run out of one, you flip it over, boom. Another one, boom.
What caliber is that?
3.62, but I said,
SK, Russia SK 7.62.
yeah. I thought about my mom and dad's was only a mile away from there.
Standard NATO round.
My mom and dad's was only a mile away from there. I fucking could have went and got it. Fucking,
Can we stop off at a government building on the way and blow it up?
yeah, I could have went and fucking lit that place up. And I thought, no, I better not get in more trouble than I'm in already.
Yeah, I'm trying to cut back. I hear blowing up government buildings makes you fat. They're real.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, they're there. Yeah,
Usually I'll say point,
yes, sir.
legal point tender or whatever.
Looks like a different kind of thread.
Yeah, that's good.
I've looked at 20 lately. Sorry. Is there anything in that?
Honestly, then go. Tim was at home, so she must have went somebody else. Somebody else had spirit like I would. I don't know who. When she was looking at us, she goes there.
Molly. Don't tell me it's Molly. That's just a thought.
I don't think it is.
I don't know if that's where Molly lives, but
What's your problem?
Well, that's not really a mess.
I have no clue.
It might be rule identified methamphetamine, but it's not. It's not really. Yeah.
Well, that's that way.
Not that I need any of one. But I definitely don't think it's Molly. Molly gets real black.
Say anything right to me? Why does she? It's weird.
It is weird. Well, things weird.
Oh yeah, it's okay. I mean, so Ross hasn't been violent to you, has he?
I've never seen that.
Just asking because Ross wanted to go with you yesterday, and you left.
She may not know that the real violence is an act. She may not know. So it's really compelling. It's pretty severe.
Oh, I tried to ask.
It's not the normal kind of act.
And get something to eat. So I need a bolt before we go in.
Get that?
Yeah.
Ross, you next?
There, Ross. We're going to put that on something else. So if it's hot, it's going to make a burn mark on the counter.
It's not.
Well, it is. Throw it out. Yeah, throw it outside.
So,
oh, my arm. Yeah, it's going to be a black mark, and then we can't get rid of those.
So it's not fentanyl then?
No, don't wipe out.
Well, you never know.
Well, his arm wouldn't hurt if it worked.
Yeah, that winch. I want to go there and see if he has it.
I don't know who Darren is.
I know.
I've only seen him once or twice. So he was selling wood.
Yeah, he sold it in bundles.
Was he selling the wood from here?
He's selling the bolts for the make shit together.
That they made out of the wood from here.
So he takes wood from here. He takes wood from here and he sells it. Do you think he has permission?
No.
He might.
No.
I don't.
It's supposed to be a
Do we know for sure that he doesn't?
agreement.
Well, do we know for sure that he doesn't have permission? Because he could be trying to.
I said we would have been better off having a self-loader. Take this tree down and those trees, and then we would have a self-loader go to get. But would have had the money right there.
But that would have been unlawful.
No, no.
Do you have permission?
Been all,
Do you have permission to take multiple trees?
if you gave permission to.
Then I wouldn't. I haven't given permission for anything.
So if you get permission for this tree to be done, you have an excavator too.
I didn't.
You have an excavator here to get the ditch. Conduit in.
What conduit?
You'd have to get conduit.
For what?
Run from the well to here.
What about the well?
You need electrical run, right?
No.
That's a need.
There's a break in the electrical line. It's causing it to.
It needs a super fund.
I don't know if you can have a break repair on it. Can you have a break in it, or you have to run forward line?
Full line.
Yeah, you got to redo that one.
It's 220.
Well, actually, you need to do a
You got to redo the
geological survey to see what kind of damage the mining chemicals have done.
You have to ditch again.
Also,
You know what I'm saying?
where's the company that installed all that equipment?
Place in it, then it's got to be dug up.
Oh, wait, did you guys do it? Hang on. Did you guys install it yourself?
I mean, my dad had business.
Did you really? That's cool as fuck, because I called around and nobody would answer the phone call. And then I looked at the equipment. It's pretty sophisticated. I mean, it's doable by a person if they know what the fuck they're doing with high capacity. But it didn't occur to me that you guys might have installed it yourselves. That's fucking cool.
20 for what?
You don't have to tell me. Sorry. But it's not really necessary anymore, since I don't think that's the best way to get the color out of the ground. It's a good dodge, though.
You got to see. I don't know.
Two bags, man.
Huh?
Two bags,
For what? I don't know. I don't know what the murder.
Do you have any?
A little bit.
Well, I got this $40. I can't think of anything better to do with my 20. He gave me two. One's for somebody else. But I have nothing better to do with my 20 than to give it to you in exchange for a bag.
You needed 2 sacks.
You got sacks? Cool. Well, I'm probably not going to go to Kathleen Michelle Mickey's house and get high with her, but
No, I don't know where they are.
who knows? The day is still young.
Remember a bit? No,
She's kind of cool. I called today, and her dad, I think it was her dad, he was trying to pretend to be her, and he was trying to pretend to be at Target, and then he didn't talk long, because he's not her. He can't really maintain the illusion very long, because I know him both. And then I don't know if there ever was more than one person. Some sort of being that exists in 4 bodies at once. That shit's real. That's kind of unappetized by the idea of me Sugar's daughter and stuff. He isn't real happy about it. I do like her, and it is fun. I don't abuse her, but he tends to stay upstairs and then watch whoever's security. Yeah, well, he's a protective father, and then he's not usually. His daughter doesn't usually have sex with men that she likes. She's not real accustomed to that. Yeah. Well, I've known her 30 years or so, and hadn't seen her for about 12 years, and then shortly after she showed up here with somebody who looked like somebody else. It was weird. She looked real young and like she had just had sex. I don't know if it was the same woman or the same template. I don't know if she was on Molly or LSD or whatever, but I didn't expect somebody to come by with her all wired up like she was on her first date. It was weird. I mean, I was kind of wondering what she was on our first date, but she never told me. When the same experience shows up at the same time, so I got this guy in the house, he's knocking the door, knock, knock. 2 vampires. And then, yeah, it would have been a great time, but it was probably a setup.
Hard time pissing this morning. I know I had lots of fluid in my bladder, but hard time pissing.
After that, I talked to her father and her mother, and I said, hey, I was thinking about having sex with your daughter again. I'm thinking about resuming our sexual relationship because they knew I had it didn't work out well in the 90s since she was.
Using it, and you don't get using it as often, it gets mad.
Anyway, so I asked him,
And it swells up.
we're thinking about resuming our sexual relationship. Is there anything I should know? And they both sit there and they go,
That's what's going on.
so that was their time. That was their moment.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right? Obviously, there was things I should know. But they couldn't tell me.
They don't.
That's what's probably going on with me.
Well,
Getting old enough to work.
I mean, she's a grown ass woman, but she does have some issues, and I didn't want to sneak around with her.
5 if I could hear.
And it's not like I was going to rape her.
Less than a month.
Yeah, I went on a sneak.
June 8th, my birthday.
And then I don't know how clearly that I was asked about their daughter's anus at knife point on Christmas Eve. I don't know if they're aware of that.
Well,
I can see why now. Yeah. I don't even know if she has an anus. For real, I've never looked at it. I look in her eyes. I don't. She might be doing specials. She might have a.
She might have a
I don't know. Well, I haven't seen her in months. I haven't had sex with her for a while. It didn't work out. The resumption. It didn't work out. And I guess she's got a brother and a husband. Night list.
What are you doing messing with that then?
I'm not messing with her at all, but when I was asked about her anus and the proximity of my dick to it at knife point on Christmas Eve, when I hadn't seen the woman in the flesh for like a dozen years, got real curious. Just right in there. So, hold on. Have you been talking to Kathleen Michelle McGee? Did you put your dick in her ass? No, I've never put my dick in her ass. Never. Once again, I don't even know if she has one. Kathleen Michelle McGee. I don't like
Some
poop.
like it, some don't, but I don't even try that way.
Well, she never asked me for anal sex, and the subject hasn't come up. But I was asked at knife point, so I did want to have an answer ready if that happened again. It seemed relevant. And then the idea that there are all these dudes around her that wanted to make sure that I didn't mess with her system, that made sense.
That's kind of normal anymore.
Well, I didn't know that she was a USAF MPCID, and that there was suspicions that I had led her to a ambush. I didn't know that.
Led her to the fucking water cop?
No, earlier, I think, what was it, 2009, 2010? I don't know exactly what happened. I don't even know if it was real, but the impression I got was that she was led to a meeting by somebody who used my voice on the phone to lead her there. That's what I heard.
Wow, that's good thinking. I would never.
Well, she was pretty obviously embarrassed that happened at all. And then I don't know if that's what happened. I haven't talked to her about it directly. And then all the psychiatrists and doctors who are involved in the situation, they haven't told me about, oh, hey, somebody raped your friend and they said that they were you, so it's kind of awkward. I can see why I didn't talk to her for so long. I can see why a knife got pulled. I can see why there was issues. Nobody told me any of this stuff. This is all stuff I've been able to put together. I mean, I know I didn't fucking rape her. Excuse me. I know I didn't rape her. I don't do rape. I usually like to cuddle.
Oh, I love it when they scream.
Help! I don't. I don't like. The last time we were dating before we broke up in the 90s, what was 2006? No, okay. Well, I don't remember exactly well, but she called me and told me to get a room at asked me to get a room in a hotel place. And I went there, and then she showed up, and we were engaging in foreplay, and I nibbled on her ear. Nibbled. And then she does this. She says, "Ow! Did you bite me? Why are you biting me?"
Oh, fuck.
She sits bolt right up in the bed and says that. And at that point I realized, okay, there's something off here. She calls me. She says go here and do this. She says the place. She doesn't say the room number. She wants me to go do that. And I do. And then she does that. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, man. You don't want that, Rob. You can get that.
Now that I know that she's USAFC and PCID.
You don't want that. You can get back.
Oh, shit.
I'm just...
Did I get it? Oh, yeah, I got one.
Yeah, you got it. I will get it.
Hand it over.
Okay.
Well, you knew you're not in danger.
I have to make sure. Ew. You gave me the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I don't think it's wise to engage in commerce and drag it out.
Oh, I love it when they just 30 fucking minutes.
I like it when they drag it out 30 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what the situation is now. I think she's in protective custody. I think they got her.
Let's pick it up.
Oh wow! Is that worth 20?
Yeah, it's fucking done.
You think that's worth 20?
Oh yeah.
10. I'd say 10.
Whatever.
Well, what is it hard to come by?
Like I said, if you don't want it, I'll take it back.
Well, I thought we were negotiating on price.
We are negotiating.
Okay. Well, show me what my 20 is.
It's gonna be like that.
Okay, well, show me. And I'll put it in there.
It may not be a rock like that, but something.
Well, I will admit that I don't do this often, but I am.
I don't do it often either. Never.
Oh yeah, so she calls me up, or well, she doesn't call me up. We're via. And she says, "Can you get some meth? We can have sex." She says that. I don't.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's funny.
I wasn't sure if she was serious because she had never asked me that before.
Everyone might be honest.
But somewhere around then, her father told me that I shouldn't give her crystal.
Well, some people are allergic to this.
Well, now that I know, she has to have a very specific flavor profile. And then people who had been giving her different flavors, they didn't know that.
That felt good. Now put that away.
That's fair. Thank you. All things considered, I think it's very good. Anyway, so I wasn't planning on giving her a crystal, but when the guy yells at me on his front lawn like I was his child.
I don't want you to give any girl any.
No, she needs to give me. She shows up high on our first date. I don't know on what.
Yeah, when they break it out, then I'll think about it.
Yeah, she didn't bring me any. She was high, but none for me. It was weird. To this day, she's never said what it was or who gave it to her.
I wish I could have. I couldn't.
She didn't have to tell me. She doesn't have to tell me. Plus, I'm not really talking to her very much. Since when I call, it's...
Put it back.
I'm interested because I called her today. I got a phone call from 82 bots in the last year and a half. The phone rings and then I answer it, and then it's not somebody who wants to talk to me. It's some bot that's pretending to be talking to me. I don't get phone calls. I don't know what happens.
I like it when they ask for somebody else.
Oh, that hasn't happened.
Like, is Joe Dick there? Well, not that I knew of.
Well, I put together that it's somebody calling me, and then somebody intercepts that call, and somebody else answers the call for me since I'm being protected.
Well, you owe $1,100. Well, you better go find it.
I don't know how much I owe, considering there's plenty of money to be paying debts, and somebody else is answering my phone calls. I imagine that they paid my debts for me.
See a pair of tweezers, let me know, please.
I will.
Those were mags.
And then I think that it's all part of some kind of a hustle. Since
I can get the figures out.
I was trafficked on Christmas of 2024, which was weird. Got a phone call from somebody who sounded like somebody, but wasn't that person.
No, really.
And then I don't have the memory engrams anymore, so I don't have to obey these instructions. And as much as I like Kathleen, I don't really have to go from Bothell to Buckley at high speed on a motorcycle. I don't have to do that. I acted like I did since I wanted to find out what's going on. I haven't quite yet.
Keep your helmet on, you'll be fine.
I don't have a motorcycle anymore. And then I don't really get to talk to her much, since apparently the purpose of doing these little operations is not to inform little Michael Kuczi about how to get his dick into her. Apparently that's not really the option. I can see why, especially if she's, in addition to being my friend, who's kind of addled and does like me, in addition to her, I guess there's 7 more. And then I don't know how I woke up next to her and she had been taken over by a guy who sounded like the prosecutor. She was like being driven around by a man who seemed like he had been wanting to jump into her body and then jump out of her into my body while I was sleeping. I woke up and she was acting like a man who was trapped, which was weird.
She's late.
Like,
where'd she go?
No, like late in her period.
Oh, no, where is she?
Yeah.
Rumor is pregnancy, yeah.
His baby is
What?
no.
That's in fucking.
Hope you're not allergic.
That's in fucking stink bugs.
Oh, that. Oh, okay.
I think this is related to my friend
That's
who's
all
today.
we do.
By 2 days.
Oh, no, you
Days, okay.
like a Johnson. Yeah.
It looks like a Johnson.
Again, I can't say that. I'm not screwed as the West Tuck sheet.
Not sure though.
Yeah.
I like the Johnsons.
She grew a dick instead.
He's really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so my friend, she might actually be a hermaphrodite. She might be able to do that.
What if they can reproduce?
I don't know. It's very complicated. When I found out she had that military background, it made perfect sense. She wasn't answering any of my questions.
We'd have to artificial inseminate.
I think they grow them in I think they grow them in 8-packs. I think they got vats. So, however they do it, I haven't been
I
before.
thought they came by the desert.
Get yourself pregnant.
In the house, I had this creature to see very well. It landed on my back and started crawling up my spine. And I took the shirt off, put it in the bed, and I could see it moving underneath the shirt. It was some kind of a being of mass conscious energy. And then I was interested, so I didn't know that could happen. But I didn't think that letting it crawl up into my brain was a good idea. I decided to not do that. And I also didn't let it suck my dick, which is... It was
Any ice cream?
Well, it was... No, I don't. It formed like a little beak thing. It looked like it. And it was like suck. It was like trying to get something to suck on. So I did not put my dick into it. Although that was... Like, I never knew that conscious beings could land on your spine and crawl up your... Oh, look, it's her!
When the malls and the paws and the mafia decide they got something to say, money gets printed, glasses get tinted, how dare you? How dare
Well, that's too bad. I got a phone call and that made me not return my recording back on. That's okay. I wasn't really sure if it would turn back on, and then I didn't know for certain or care since I wasn't recording that to try and fuck anybody up. What I was doing was telling the truth, the whole truth, and quite a bit more than just the truth. I was using euphemisms to cover up certain facts that don't really need to be discussed out loud with everybody. I wouldn't mind if they asked, but generally they just become real polite and then don't tell me, hey, you don't need to talk about your friend's anus because I went to basic camp with her and I put my finger in there one time and she squealed like a girl, even though she's a hermaphrodite from Mars. Like that's not something that anybody's going to say once they meet somebody who's high on whatever that they just gave me, and didn't expect me to say things like that. They expected me to say things like, hey, can I get some more? I need a zip. Here, 300, is that enough? Where do I meet you? Hey, do you want to stop off and blow up a federal building on the way? They don't mind when I say those things, because I've never said them except when they're funny. I have no interest in blowing up funny buildings. I have no interest in blowing up women. I have no interest in blowing up those tits. I don't want to blow up anything. I don't even want to get blown. Right now, I want to pack my bags and head out. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I do know that I'm allowed to speak. I'm allowed to say certain things. Not just because I have the First Amendment protection to do, though. I also have the discipline to say what I allow myself to say, which is that I love lots of people, but there's no one that I love at all. Like, I think there's at least 64 of them. I don't know which one I like the best, because I don't like any of them the best. One of them likes me more than the others, and then the other 63 are kind of grudgingly going along with something. I don't know what. I can barely get one woman to tell me the truth, let alone 64 of them, especially when one of them is really shy because she keeps thinking about my dick, and the other 63 are even shyer because they told her that my dick was not worth the trouble. I actually don't know if there's 64 of them. There might be 8. There might be 3. 2. 1. I still haven't put my dick in her ass. Can I get a medal? Do I get an Oscar just for that? Because I mean, it's not like I'm acting too hard, but I don't think anybody knows whether or not I want to find out if she has an anus so I can put my dick in it or not. I don't know if she wants. I don't know. She never asked me for meth before either. But if she really wants me to tie her up and shoot her up with crystal meth and then fuck her in the ass, if she really wants that, that wouldn't surprise me. But does she desire that? Probably not. What does she desire? Well, right now she desires Starbucks and money and lottery tickets and not going to prison or the psych ward again and not being embarrassed. And she desires probably that all of this is worth the time invested, since this woman's a hero. She's not even grapefruit. She probably desires that grapefruit stops being mad at her or never gets mad at her. Hopefully they don't stab each other with knives. I hope there's still a grapefruit. I don't know. These things have to be decided by other men. I'm a little too high to think about anything besides anything but putting my dick in her ass, because I've never seen it. I haven't asked her, hey, do you have an anus? Most people do. I think. I could be wrong about that, but I know I have an anus. And I don't know what somebody put up it, but a colonoscopy exam was only one of many things. And then I was asked at knife point if I had put my dick in that woman's ass. I won't say her name because I might jizz in my pants. And then I'm not going to belabor the point. But the woman who asked me at knife point, did you put your dick in your ass? Okay, well, she's been ransacking this house. She's doing a pretty good job. She's got a sister. I think I saw her last night. I like these people. I really do. I admire them. I'm not mad at them for a minute. I don't see how they can be mad at me. I haven't put my dick in that woman's ass. Either of them. Or the sister. When was the last time I had a dick in the ass? Oh, okay. I'm not, it's not, why do I have to keep talking about this? Oh yeah, because somebody's obsessed with it. Somebody, not me. I would rather be doing something else. It's not getting a job. And it's not cleaning up my house that other people fucked up. It's not even bagging up my trash. It's not really anybody's business what it is that I'd like to do. However, I don't want to hold somebody at knife point and ask them to tell me if they have an anus or not. I kind of would just prefer to do things naturally without being at all obvious about it, since that works best for me. And while I agree that that's probably prohibitively difficult when dealing with somebody who has 63 sisters and works for the government and can teleport and drop smart bomb, whatever the F, whatever they do, I don't need to belabor that point either. I don't care. I know I feel great since I still have options. She still probably has an anus. Might not. Could be either way. Don't think she has a colostomy bag. That I'm not so thrilled about. I would hate for a person to be so damaged that they have to have a colostomy bag, because it would be inconvenient for sex, which, oh hi, did I mention I like to have sex? I really haven't done that much for a while. Unless the person counts me. Still don't do it that often. Would have been having it a lot more, and if I hadn't been lied to by a lot of people, none of this would happen this way. But they did, and it had to happen this way. This was the only way to save all 64, or all 8, or all 3. Or, I don't know. I do know that my friend, I won't say his name, he's not mad. He might have just knocked up his girlfriend. Yay! Good, that'll keep him busy. Maybe he'll stop worrying about me getting a job. Or maybe he'll just fly back to Xanadu. I don't fucking know. It's a very filled with unknowns type of environment. And so I don't lose my mind, I'm going to focus on the important things. Nobody can call, nobody can write. People can come by and act like they're going to get me in trouble by handing me stuff and pretend that it's wrong. It's not that wrong. Do I sound high? I guess. Is it the real thing? I don't know. I don't care. This is what I was told to do. And if they'd like to stop me from talking about my friend's anus, then we have something in common, since I'd rather not talk about my friend's anus, or about the knife, or about how it felt to be threatened with a knife, and questions about an anus on Christmas Eve 4.5 years ago. Here's a hint, it hasn't gotten any better every day. Every day, it doesn't get any better. Since it can't. We were supposed to die, and she didn't. Then, she didn't die in front of me, is what I'm saying. Did she die? I don't know. Do I get to find out? Not today. Tomorrow's not looking good either. Good. Last I heard, I still have time. To take the time to walk down the street and catch a bus that'll take me to a train that, I don't know what the fuck. I don't have a car that works. I don't have a flying car anymore. I've never been able to fly a flying car. Standards. And nobody's going to come pick me up and take me to my friend's anus. That's not how quests work. However, at this point, it's going to have to be stated for the record. Okay, so for somebody who doesn't need my money, they sure ask for it through Cash App a lot. They sure whine about Cash App a bunch. And then when I call and somebody else answers that sounds like her but isn't her, and they say they're at Target and then they hang up on me, I know what that means. It means that somebody answered a call for her. And yeah, she probably doesn't want me to call. She can't expect me to call in because nobody can call me. She can't stop hoping that I'll show up and open the door because I know where she lives. I also know that I've been told not to go there. I also know that somebody's called and asked me if I wanted to come over, and then she disappeared. And then when I talked to that person on the phone again, it didn't sound quite the same. It was a different person, and then they didn't say anything that explained why they said that. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but apparently there's some sort of urgency that keeps developing over and over and over and over and over and over again. And it's definitely not me calling somebody. It's definitely not me using my brain powers. It's not. That might not be immediately obvious to anybody, but it's not. It's not. And it's also not grapefruit punishing me. It's also not grapefruit teasing me. And it's also not grapefruit Alpha Prime. She's busy. And yeah, I'd like to see her too. I don't think they go together. I think it's very Tyler Durden-ish. I think there's more to life than anybody can possibly understand in just 5 minutes. But I don't think I would last 5 minutes. I don't think I would last 5 seconds. In the past, it's been awkward. Now it's actionable. And the people who have been upset with me for not letting it go, not getting a job, not cleaning my house, not paying my water bill, not this, not this. You know, I've been upset about those things too, but I haven't broken into anybody's home and rifled through their belongings and ransacked their house and sold their rocks and chopped down their trees and fucked their girlfriend and mocked them for having a girlfriend, whatever. I haven't put saltpeter in the baby's formula. There's a lot of things I haven't done. Not because I don't get to, but because I don't have to. And, like, I have an actual life, people. I don't need to play spooky games. I don't have to be improving on Cloak and Dagger by adding my dick. Cloak and Dagger and dick. Oh, boy. I'm sure that's fun in the 60s and the 70s and yesterday to everybody. Shit, it sounds like fun to me, too. Once or twice. Especially since I've been surrounded by these spooky broads my entire life without being at all obvious about it. Those are my girls. There's got to be at least one. There's got to be at least one. The notion that every woman on the planet is the same woman duplicated throughout time and space with mirrors and pudding. Probably, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And when I find out, I'm not going to tell any of you. I will just be able to talk about something kind of similar, but not exactly, since I like the notion that I don't know if she has an anus. It's not even a joke. I really don't know if she has an anus or not. What? We haven't had sex that much. I didn't know that it was such a big deal, or that it would be such a funny joke, and that she would keep on calling me asking for money. Plus, I don't even know if she's alive or dead, and I'm not supposed to know. And then I guess her father answers the phone for her and tries to intercept things, and that's probably really convenient because I don't know if his wife is alive or dead either, and neither does he. He's got a dog, and he's got a daughter, and at one point he thought that I was the problem. No, dude. The problem is that you don't realize that you yelled at me on your front lawn like I was your child and told me not to give her crystal. When I never have. Okay, well, number one, I didn't really know that was an option. Number two, while I don't want to, I will point out that she does. And then number three, is that number three or number four? Oh yeah, everybody else has. So why not me? Oh. It's complicated. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel really violent about it. It's not my thing. And do I sound high? I don't think I'm high. Oh my God, am I high? Oh my God, am I high? Am I an addict now? Oh my God, am I an addict now? No, actually. I'm not. I'm an occult researcher. This kind of fits my job, so I can see why she likes me, and why I haven't been allowed to write a book yet. Now, I don't know if there's any questions, but if you have them, please write them down for yourselves. And then in the future, when I'm allowed to get phone calls, and I know how many and how armed I might find any of my potential partners, I don't know. Some men have 6 women that they keep around on a magical 6-pack chain. They bang one every day of the week except for Sundays because of God. That's the day he bangs them all. I don't really know. I don't know. It never occurred to me that I would have that much option in the world, or that a person would be that fucking whack job insane and high and not know how to have sex right, so that they'd have to have that much sex. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like 6 women a week and keeping them and juggling 6 women. Well, I guess that sounds like a way to pass the time, but fuck. No. That doesn't sound like fun to me. What's going to happen on day 2 when I tell them all? Why wouldn't? Oh, you mean lie to 6 women? Oh, Jesus, why? Oh, ew, gross. All of this sounds like a ridiculous time, but apparently that's how everybody else does it. Okay, well, agree to disagree. Here's how I do it. Click. I don't have to be in non-compliance with the rule, but yeah, I don't look like I'm in a big hurry to worry about that, am I? That's because I'm not. I'm a master of a lodge, and then I have telepathic contact with the Supreme Grand Lodge Master. Don't really know who they are, and it's not like a real strong amount of telepathic contact, but the general plan here is that I just ignore all this fucking bullshit, because anybody who actually thinks I'm a threat is fucking retarded. And anybody who thinks I'm rich, well, then, I mean, you've got a claim. You're the robber or whatever. I don't know how you stake claims to people when you harvest them when they come to this town, but obviously you do. And then I guess it's kind of fun to be able to flail with your impotent little fists at my shields and dream about the day when you finally get to take down the big guy. I'm not really that big. I'm not God. I'm just on mission for God. I'm not even that big a deal. But in this town, I don't think you've ever seen one of these. So the more time you have to practice, the better it'll be for you in the future when you realize what true power is. I don't know what the hell you guys have been doing here before, and then I don't have anything wrong. I don't have any objection to how you do things in this town. Really, it's really a lovely place. I like it here. I don't need to convert anybody. I don't need to start a new religion. I don't need to fucking take over the whatever. I'm not trying to fucking infiltrate your shit. I'm not. I got my own thing going on, and nobody told me what this place was all about. Nobody mentioned. Hang on. Nobody mentioned that you had a whole bunch of shit going on here. And God damn it. Sorry, God. Nobody mentioned to me that this fucking place was a fucking total fucking shitbox shine show trap house fucking extravaganza. I'm good at trap houses. It's my specialty. And then I don't really want to take your black side away from you, but nobody told me that you used it for drugs and whoring and burying bodies, and it was your potter's field, and me being there made it so you can't do all that stuff. Nobody told me. They just sent me there because they expected me to die. The fact that I'm not dead, and it's kind of inconvenient. It's like when you're eating fish and you swallow a fish bone, it gets cut in your throat. I'm the fish bone that's in your throat. Yeah, it's really annoying, isn't it? Well, it's significantly more annoying to be dead. So, once anybody in this town with some balls or spine wants to fucking step up and start making overtures to discussion, that'll be fun. But in the meantime, blind, unreasoning hatred is kind of what I expect from a town, a bunch of hillbilly freakazoids who have been getting their own way for so fucking long, they've forgotten what it's like to learn how to compromise. They don't really have to compromise, but you're not going to kill me. You're not going to take any more of my stuff. There's not really anything left. Even if you did, it wouldn't matter. It's just more stuff that you don't need. You don't really see it that way because you're irrational and you're a kleptomaniac. And then your ringleaders, whoever the ringleaders are of these assholes, I don't know who they are, but I'm not in charge of a hate crime investigation. I don't even know it's a hate crime. But whatever it is, it's some sort of Masonic thing where you're handling your problems. And then I'm not going to be handling your problems for you. Fuck that. My purpose would be to create a safe space so that you all can handle your fucking problems yourself, which is fine. This is all a lot of high-level philosophical maneuvering that most people wouldn't be interested in. A little too much inside baseball. But I'm happy to help. And then I don't need to demonstrate like this every fucking week. Frankly, it's fucking tedious for me. I don't really like being right on Front Street. But somebody put me on Front Street. And then most importantly, my sweetie, who I think you're wrapped up with one of her sisters or some shit. My sweetie needs to demonstrate. She needs to see me demonstrate stuff so that she knows that she's not talking to a fucking loser, which, to be fair, I imagine I looked like at one point. Obviously, I'm not doing too bad now, am I? Oh no, you took my stuff. Well, guess what? Like, it's hers. So you're just basically moving it from one side of town to the other. Like, what the fuck do I need it for? What do we need anything for? You want to act like you made off with the big scoop? You score the big prize? I mean, whatever. It's we're all on the same side. You'll come to find that to be true. Whenever. And if you want it to happen faster, well, that would end the fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, you're working undercover and you're making sure that you look good to everybody else. You gotta stand up against the new guy and then prepare for the possibility that I'm secretly evil and here to corrupt your town. But I'm not, and you fucking know it. But nobody knows that for certain, so you have to be the person who draws the line in the sand and stands up for what's right and what's decent. As it happens, I tend to agree with what you're saying. I mean, that's important. I don't really know who you're fucking right now, or how you managed to get saddled with such a handler, but you don't really want to tell people that somebody's attached to you that supposedly you're in charge of, but actually they're in charge of you, and then they're just sitting there parked to keep them out of the way. And then you imagine that I give a shit, but I don't. But it would look kind of weird if you were just hanging out there like that, doing your thing, and I didn't know officially, and then everyone else knew. Like, fucking everybody knows. It's been fucking 4.5 years. You can't fucking wind it down. No, you can't. You gotta put on a good face. You gotta make sure you don't lose face. Otherwise, the townspeople will start asking weird questions. So you're not really allowing me to exist. You just don't have anything to go on, and you don't even want to go on anything. And you'll do whatever it takes to keep on fucking the asset that you got because you're a sex addict, and I'm sure it's good times. Shit, why not? Did I miss anything? Not really meth brained. I don't know why you think I am. Oh, that's right, because you are. Well, agree to disagree. And there's something else. I didn't pick up with this before, but I came to realize it with somebody else. Y'all think I'm here to like get your secrets or some shit. I don't give a shit about your secrets. I don't know what they are. I'm not trying to join your little club or activate your little crew. And then I don't know if you care if there's a Canadian embassy or not, but apparently making the house into a Freemason lodge, or I mean a Freemason, changing it from whatever the fuck it was before to a free thinker lodge, I guess that's gotten people's way. Well, as soon as somebody gets me the contact information for your Supreme Grand Lodge Master, I'll send him the letter, or her, I don't know what the fuck you got, it, whatever. I'll send them the communication that needs to happen since I have an irregular lodge now. Nothing wrong with having an irregular lodge, but I have to tell the Supreme Grand Lodge Master, and I haven't done that yet. It's been 3 fucking years or more since I did the ritual on the YouTube. It's a free thinker lodge, level 360, and then I haven't done it, so. So that's how I see the situation, which is probably more detail than you wanted me to open up to in front of everybody, but I don't believe in secrets. Free thinker, fuck your secrets. Fuck your secrets. Too many secrets. Jesus. I mean, if I could figure it out without anybody telling me, it's not really a secret, is it? If I could figure it out. And if people don't want me to talk about things because they're afraid that they'll be found out for whatever the fuck they've done, that's not my fucking problem. I'm not here to fucking cover up your fucking malfeasances. I don't work for the man. I don't care what the man does. The man does his job. I don't have to care. They care about what they're doing. I don't care what you've done. Other than taking my stuff that I need, which just slows things down. I guess it makes a big splash. I don't know. You get headlines in the paper. I don't know how the fuck you do things there. Here's what it's like. It's like the Westminster Dog Show. Everybody brings their dogs out and they make them jump through the hoops and go up the ramps and sit and stay, and they show their teeth off and shit. And then at the end of it, they hand out the awards. That's what this is. I'm giving you plenty of time to do something impressive other than steal shit that I need and rattle your sabers and then expect me to give a shit. It's essentially grade school where you're stealing my books and keeping them from me so I can't study. Ooh, okay, well, that is impressive. I'm sure that it's better that you do that than something fucking stupider. And then I don't know whose corruptive influence is pulling the strings, but Eventually they'll be caught up to and annihilated. Obviously they're terrified of me, otherwise I would know who they were. If they were so fucking strong, they wouldn't send people like you to fuck with me. They're cowards. Most criminal mob bosses, ringleaders, are cowards. That's why they have henchmen and underlings and mini bosses that they send out to do their dirty work while they sit back in the castle and count all their filthy lucre. And usually they're pretty much unassailable, usually. I'm not going to assail them, but I'm certainly not going to fall down and die just because a bunch of good old boys want to see me leave. I don't know. I don't understand these kind of politics. I'm not up to speed. And since nobody's got the permission to tell me the secret hatred of the people who run things, I guess it's taken a while for somebody to figure out what they're doing. I know what they're doing. I figured out when they started calling me a nigger all the time. Nigger, nigger, nigger. Nigger, nigger, stop smoking, nigger. Get a job, nigger. Fuck, really? Stop smoking, get a job, really? I didn't know this was fucking Teetotalville. What, I'm fucking 53. I gotta fucking get a license? What, I didn't have enough money? I just came here to be fed off of? No, I didn't come here to be fed off of. I came here to enhance the community and to live a life. And if members of the community don't want me enhanced and they don't want my help, I don't give a fuck. They're definitely the minority, and they're criminals, and they're stupid, and they're cowards. So, honestly, maybe I'm here to rescue Chatty Cathy from her career of drudgery, fucking sweeping the fucking chimneys for all the fucking stepmothers. How's that doing? Have I got that right? Let me know. Oh wow, 10 minute answer. Wow, look at me. Fuck, it's like I'm reading your diary.